Hey guys, back again with another video. I guess you get a twofer, twofer today. This one is basically just having a little bit of fun. Uh, got a bunch of books I done bought recently in the months that have been uncategorized. I just got them stacked up on the floor, so I just grabbed a stack and figured I'd go through and show you what I've been picking up. Uh, Lord knows what I paid for them. I know I got them on the cheap, but I can't tell you if I got them out of quarter bin or where I got them for right now because I don't know what's in the stack. I just grabbed the stack and let's wing it, as they say. We're going to wing it. Highlander Zero. Picked this one up at a comic book shop because it's one of my favorite movies of all time. Just, I don't know, just something about this movie. It's dated. If you watch it now, it's a little dated, but I mean, it's still a great movie. Um, okay, what we got here? Cartoon Network Action Pack issue number 1. See if I can get rid of that glare. Let me see if I can change the tone of the light. Let's see. How's that? That looks a little red, but let's see. That looks a little. Ooh. Okay, let's see. Oh, kind of rich color. Trying to match it up with what I see with my naked eye. That's about the closest to it. Can't get rid of that glare in the top corner though. Well, that's better. Back you up a little bit. Okay, Cartoon Network Action Pack number 1. Started picking up a lot of these kid books. Mainly because they're hard to freaking find. And when you do find them, a lot of them are just messed up. Because like most comic shops, especially in my area, they have a kid section and adult section, basically, where they put all the kids' books on a lower rack. So the kids, when they come in with their parents, whatever, they go and pick out a book that they like. But for the most part, they shamble through those books, and any of them that survive intact is quite amazing. Plus, they're low ordered by the comic shops don't really put a lot of effort into the younger kids. I mean, grade school kids or whatever. So when you find these books, I personally, I try to grab them. This one I do remember getting. I got this book for $15, and I was in shock that I got this book for $15. And this was like 3 months ago. All Star Squad Superstar. All Star Comics presents the Super Squad. First appearance of Power Girl. And I remember I had this book like 3 or 4 times before, and I've always gotten rid of it. I'm keeping it now. This one's going to stay. Um, I love this cover. It's a Mike Grell cover, reminiscent of when he was back in doing the Superboy and the Legion of Superhero days. I always like that iteration of Robin, the grown Robin. Um, Rarely see him, but yeah, yeah. Ultimate Fallout. Uh, 1, I got this. I remember I paid $400 for this set. 2, 3, and the reason I paid that was for this book here, which makes me have like 4 copies of this book. 5 and 6. So I got the complete set again of Ultimate Fallout. Let me try to readjust this a little better. Okay. Miles Still, to me, he hasn't found Miles yet. They really, to me, they keep floundering with him. Uh, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with the House of Ideas. Uncanny X-Men, I picked another copy of this one up, 136, the Final Fate of the Phoenix. these John Byrne comics and Chris Claremont books were of the utmost best in comic books, literature, and art. Perfect pairing with Terry Austin inking. And truth be told, Terry Austin was an artist, quite an artist himself. But they made like a perfect combination, perfect storm, if you want to say. Uncanny X-Men, number 139, another great book from the Cockrum Byrne era. 140, Wendigo. Uh, just was a remarkable run that they had. This is a George Perez cover for Uncanny X-Men 179, which is really nice too. Proteus, The Power of Proteus, number 127. Now, point something out. This is, see the bar going across the UPC code. This is an early direct edition, 1979. This is the rarer book. Right now, like I said, I keep hyping on this, but people are in the newsstand craze. Pre-1985, 84, 85, you want direct edition books. 85 through 87 doesn't make a whole bit of a difference because that's when the transition was going between newsstand and direct. Anything after 87, you want newsstand. There I go doing the Haney again. You want newsstand. And it seems like a consensus is newsstand, whatever. No. I mean, hopefully it'll correct itself, but I mean, it is what it is, you know. But I'm glad to have this book in a early direct. Found some John Wicks, number 4. It's a great cover. Keanu Reeves. Number 3. Lara Croft as the Tomb Raider. And this book has a preview of Soul Reaver, which was a game that had came out on a PlayStation back in the day. And it's an Andy Park cover. I think this is a preview of Tombstone, Lara Croft, number 1. E-Man. I remember back in the day, this book, it was back when, I was close to, I don't know if I was in kindergarten, first grade, I can't remember, one of the two. And it could have been even a little, maybe second grade, I don't know. But back then I had 2 real close friends, Vernon and Keenan. And we all went to a little grocery store about a mile away. And we each got comic books. I picked up E-Man. I think Vernon picked up Kang, a Yang, or whatever. And, or was it Keenan? We called him Bo. But this is neither here nor there. I'm rambling. But I was so awestruck by E-Man. I just loved the Joe Stanton art. And that's when I kind of like became more aware of the artist when I was buying comic books. I really was awestruck by E-Man, Joe Stanton's E-Man. And this is a Charlton Comics first edition. You got to watch out because you might see this and it has a big M up here. That's the reprint, you know. And this is an immaculate copy. I was surprised when I saw it. But yeah, this brings back really good memories in my life. These I collect. If they're in good shape and I see them and they're at a good price, I definitely get them. I'm an avid collector of the DC 100-page giants, the 50-cent ones and the 60-cent ones. Even the Walmart ones, to a point that came out a little later. I tried to buy them. But yeah, this CC Beck cover um, of Shazam, issue number 12, 100 page. Superman Family, issue number 164. World's Finest, number 227. World's Finest, number 223. The camera keeps jumping. Brave and the Bold, number 113. Also, I mean, I collect a lot of different variations of books. That's why I love this hobby, because you can collect anything. Um, I mean, there's something for everyone. This is Howard the Duck number 3. But what makes this special is that it's a 30 cent price variant. Mostly on the east coast of the United States, they had ran this test run of Marvel Comics to see how um, if people would buy the book if it was 5 cent more. At that time, the books were 25 cents. So they ran a test run of variants that were at 30 cents, and um, a lot of people do collect these 30 cent variants. I get a kick out of them, but they're few and far between, and the condition varies on quite a bit of them. Another 30 cent variant for issue number 4. There's so many things you can do with comics. I mean, you can collect anything. You could be a collector that collects runs, collector that collects first issues, collector that collects 30 cent variants, uh, Scotty Young's, any other renowned artists you might collect, characters that you may like, you just collect that character. Um, it's so vast, that that's what makes this hobby so great. You have a choice to do whatever you want. And truthfully, like I said, don't let nobody knock you for what you collect. I collect a little bit of everything. And I've been collecting since I was a kid. I mean, a kid. I'm 61 years old now. And like I said before, I'm coming to a crossroads of what I'm going to do with my collection. All right. These combo packs. Back when the new 52 came out, they had these combo packs, and the difference is it had a digital copy inside, and you had to pay an extra dollar more for the book. At that time, people weren't really picking up these combo packs because nobody was going to pay for extra dollar for a digital copy. Normally, they're not going to download it anyway. So these kind of sat, and they kind of disappeared. Now they're basically a collector's item. This is Justice League number 4, the combo pack. Now I'm an avid combo pack collector because I can get them. You can get them on the cheap if you can find them. But I mean, they got a price to them too. But you might can sneak and find a couple that somebody just don't pay any attention to, and they just throw it in a dollar bin or whatever. Justice League number 3, the combo pack. Um, Pick that one up. Number 2, combo pack. And I did get the number 1 combo pack. And this camera just keeps going, doing what it wants to do. Found another copy of Sonic the Hedgehog number 1. I don't know what year this came out. It's a newsstand, but it could be just a regular old news. I can't remember what year. I could open it up, but I'm not. Uh, this was a cover by DC Comics presents Superman and Wonder Woman issue number 32. I just wanted that book. It was in pristine shape. That's another thing I like. If I find older books in pristine condition, regardless, excuse me, especially 20-cent books or 15-cent books, and they're like, because you find them every so often in work. Somebody sold their collection, or they got a collection of warehouse finds, and these books are like packed together. I mean, they're like packed together, and you can tell they haven't been touched. And I I I salivate over those type of books. Let me spell like this book here. This is Superman 264. I got it because of the age of it and the condition. This book is beautiful, a beautiful, beautiful copy. So I'm always on the lookout for those type of books. Um, Poe Dameron, number 2, first appearance, I think, a Captain of Phasma, which I don't even know. I'm not a so-called Star Wars enthusiast or whatever. I like Star Wars, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I have a problem with all the names that they got for these characters, and it gets daunting trying to remember these names that sound like Klingon. You know, like they speaking in Klingonese, and I can't do it. But Captain Phasma, uh, she has a following, even though she doesn't really appear in much of nothing. And the last book that I'm going to show, man, I really got a crackling voice. Really sound like Mr. Haney. Star Comics, a nice copy of The Care Bears, issue number 11. And don't laugh because these Star comic books, man, they're getting a following. People are avidly searching for these kid books. Only kid book to me that, I mean, that really people aren't really avid about. But in time, you just don't know. You got your Richie Rich books and all that, um, Archie's, unless it's bikini cover Archie's or innuendo cover Archie's, they don't really go an older issue of Archie's. But as I stated before, man, this hobby is so vast. You know, um, you can't categorize it because it's so many ways you can collect. So many ways to enjoy um, your comics. Right now, I remember back in the day, I used to be an avid reader. I used to buy runs. I used to have runs of comics while I was just reading. I don't read comics as much as I used to. I might grab a few and read a few, but it seems I'm more. It's just the way things are. I'm getting in just cover buying, or I'm spec buying to a point, which that leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths. Spec, or what's a good term that people like? If you say that, it's like, oh, flipper. If you're a flipper, I don't care. I don't really flip books. I buy in thinking that in time a book may rise in value. You know. But like I said, I'm at the point now. I'm closing doors in comics to a point, but I'm still, but I'm still buying. In one way, I'm closing, and no way, I'm still going at it strong. And it's perplexing because I have a lot of grandkids, and I don't know. I really don't know which avenue I want to go. You know, I really, really don't. That's the daunting part of comic book collecting, the end run. And a lot of people aren't thinking about it, and I can understand. But I mean, eventually it's going to come to that point where you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do with your collection, you know. And I know a lot of you guys put a lot of time and effort into your comics, and would hate to well, you won't find out because you'll be dead. But I mean, to hate to see your comic books end up being sold off pennies on the dollar when you took all your time to collect choice books that you really wanted. But your family, if they are not educated in comics, it's like to them, it's going to be a major burden. And they're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to deal with all this. Sell it, get rid of it. It's taking up space, get rid of it, whatever. And you're going to find somebody going to come in and take advantage of them and going to get your books that you took time to collect. And they're going to get it for pennies on the dollar, if not for free, because of the way things are. So, this is my dilemma and my curse. For the Bad Avenger, this is my curse. Alright, guys. This was fun. Like I said before, be well, take care of yourself, and I'll catch you on the next video. Bye.